Hello and welcome back again to another episode of The Big Focus. Absolutely sensational weather. How we wish we can say the same thing about Arsenal. It has been really thunderstorm over there at the Emirates. So right now today we've got a couple of agendas to go through as well. As per usual, this is going to be a 90 minutes thrilling ride. But I'm not alone today, of course. As usual, I've got three of my esteemed guests joining me for this particular show. And let me start off with one of the most familiar faces, a United guy. Is actually quite well hated amongst the Napshot Studio fans because majority of them are actually Liverpool fans. Derek, how are you, man? You doing good?
I'm I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good. Very good, man.
And of course you have also Spurs spectacle looking at United. Impressed so far?
Actually, very impressed. I think uh after the COVID situation, I think we've done after that game that I saw, I think it was very good.
Okay, good.
Yep.
All right, so we'll touch more on United, of course. The big match against Spurs and also what's to come. This is and again it's tonight, right? 1 a.m.
Yep.
Derek against
Yep.
Sheffield, right? So hang on tight there. The next one making his debut. Hopefully, it's going to be a fine debut for Habil Hakim, a Liverpool supporter himself. How are you doing, Habil? You good?
Hi, guys. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me over in
No,
your show.
no problem, man. It's an absolute pleasure. Habil, same question for you, man. You already, again, of course, it was a snooze fest, you and Everton. But what do you
Mhm.
make of Liverpool? What's your first impression, man, about Liverpool right now?
Right now, I think things are going on pretty well at the moment. First half, good start, possession of the ball, a lot, but only those. I think if we don't have, for example, Salah, if we have Salah back in the team, we could have probably won the game, maybe.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
There are lots of talking point, of course.
Mm-hmm,
Although it was
mm-hmm,
a complete boring match, but we've got a couple of talking points that we will.
mm-hmm.
And then thank you so much, Abil, for joining us. Hopefully, you will enjoy your time here. And then the
Thank
next
you.
one. All right, this guy is a bit special. I had to actually constantly check on him because he was on the suicide watch, especially after the dreadful result against Brighton. So I had to actually invite him over to the show today. If not, again, we can expect a bigger catastrophe in Yusuf's life. But Yusuf, I have you with me right now in one piece. How you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, good, good. It's good to be back here. Not a good day, but I told you I'll be joining, so here I am.
Great, man, great. At least you kept to your words. Unlike some of our
Yeah,
colleagues. All right,
close to
good.
suicidal just now. Yeah.
Close to final, but good thing we have Yusuf in one piece, so we will go through a couple of Arsenal agendas, of course. Again, man, I think right now we are talk of the town, right, Yusuf, when it comes to Arsenal.
Yeah. Talk about the town, man.
And of course, it's not a good language that we are going to speak about when it comes to Arsenal. And also, we've got a couple of guys right now also chiming in live. Thank you so much for that. All right. But before we do so, before I start proper with the show, just a big shout out for our new sponsor. This is their Instagram handle, the All Kids Shop underscore. That's pretty important for you to actually input that underscore. This is they are also only available via Instagram. So check them out, guys. They've got really good qualities, high grade jerseys. So I got one for myself. That was the Bruce Banana. Also, right now we are running a good giveaway session. So next week, same time or same day, all right. Although this is going to be exactly 1 week from today, on Wednesday for our next big focus show, the winner, all right, we will have two winners from the All Kid Shop giveaways. So two of them, you have a free liberty, free shot at whichever jersey you want, be it retro, current. Take your shot, man. So the All Kid Shop, that's the Instagram for you to actually visit. So do actually like their stuff and also follow them. All right. So right now, also, we've got a couple of guys already chiming in. So let me just get on to my banner. Of course, this is the big focus. And for you guys out there who are joining us first time live, first and foremost, thank you so much. And if you have your comments, please do leave it in the comment section. And also, if you have any questions for the guests, man, please fire at them. We've got a whole 90 minutes to go through. So right now, let's not waste time. Let's get straight into action. Let's go through with the past result. All right. So let me see if I do that. But before we do, couple of comments coming already. Come on, Liverpool. Heikel, how are you, man? You good? You never walk alone. Habil Hakim.
Yeah.
Always so selective, Liverpool people. When you say hello, they only say hello to their own kind. Such kind. Yeah. Okay, the next one. Faisal, my favorite guest. Faisal, 5 points to the title, one game at a time. All right. Also, we got Eza Sharil, call social worker to check on his suicidal. Eza, don't worry, man. I've got him under control.
Yeah.
Also, hey, Syed Faris also joining us. Hey, you
Louis.
Agent Louis, 1 year done this. You don't have to go there, you know.
Thanks, Faris. Thanks.
You have to go there. Also, we've got Irie, Anna, Yusof,
Uh,
yes, all our Arsenal fans chiming in. And last again, I'm good, Honorary. Thank you so much for that, man. Let's again cut the chase. Go through a couple of fixtures, but first and foremost, we go through the first result first. All right. Let's go on with what happened yesterday first. I know since it's still fresh in everybody's memory. Let's go through the first one, Leicester against Brighton. I don't know if any one of you actually caught the match live. I did for a bit. Of course, Neil Mope, he missed the damn penalty, that Muppet. All right, that's actually karma.
Yep.
That's what people say. Anybody caught the match? You know, any one of you guys caught the match? Derek. So impression of the match?
Actually, I watched it a bit only. So,
Mhm.
I mean, it was quite boring, lah, actually.
Yeah, it was. It was indeed boring.
Yeah, it was boring. So I think the only clear chance I think was the penalty. Other than that, I think Leicester got quite a few chances as well,
Mhm.
but they didn't put it away. So yeah, lah, I mean a ball draw.
Yeah, it was. And in fact,
Yeah.
let's look a bit at the table, man. Let's look at Leicester right now. They played 31, all right? So they have actually played one game. Of course, many matches will be played throughout this week. So they are right now on 55, but they are in a little bit of a precarious position because once upon a time, they were in complete cruise control, but right now, they are slipping away. And again, right now, if you see look at the table for Chelsea and United, of course, you both have one game in hand. Let's look at Chelsea closely. 51, they win their next match. Of course, it's going to be that tie alone is a Titanic clash between them and City. But if they do, then it's already 54, just 1 point behind. So Leicester, they got to watch their back. They got to watch their back. I think lately they have not been raking up the good results. Although they won the last one 2-0, I guess that was away from home. But this one was an unexpected draw. But it's a good point for Brighton. Look at for those who are actually right at the opposite spectrum. So for Brighton, that of course they got a 3 point from Arsenal. So that have actually helped them to elevate, just propel them into a much more safer zone right now. And also a 1 point at Leicester. I think even Yusuf for Arsenal fans, I think we will take that in a heartbeat. I guess 1 point at the King Power Stadium. It doesn't come. It doesn't come often, right? So great point, man. Great point by Brighton. Let's move to the next one. Spurs and West Ham 2-0. Again, this might again seal the fate of West Ham United. Unfortunately, if again you look at the table right now, they have actually been sucked in all the way to number 17, right? 27 point, and right now also considering that Aston Villa, Bournemouth, and Norwich, they have not played their games yet. And for Bournemouth or Aston Villa themselves, if they do actually clinch a victory, that means West Ham will be right down the bottom. For you yourself, Habil, how surprising is it that West Ham are right now in this really unfamiliar territory right now? Or maybe not so unfamiliar. They have been relegated a couple of times.
Yeah. I think for myself, it is not unfamiliar. They have been somewhere there, and the gap between the like West Ham teams like West Ham and Everton, they might be sometimes up and then down, and then because of the point difference, you get what I mean. They're always mid-table here and there, but West Ham this time round, yeah.
Do you actually have the fate seal for relegation, Habil, personally?
I think I don't I wouldn't say yes because of COVID and everything's a restart. We don't know if the other teams can pull off a better start from like West Ham.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, great point. And I think also for Jose Mourinho himself, that will be again a huge sigh of relief for him. I think after 7 winless streak, he has actually finally broken the duck. And also one guy again will be breathing a huge sigh of relief will be Harry Kane himself. Through on goal, 81st minute, he went dead after he scored. He was just lying flat on the ground. But one contentious moment in the game came from VAR. If you all can actually chime in as well. Please, guys, for those of you who are actually watching us live, do leave it in the comment section. What do you think of this? So there was again a contentious position for the referee, at least when it comes to the handball. Yusuf, I don't know if you have seen this, but then again, I personally I've seen this live. I don't think it was anything of a shout. Do you think otherwise, Yusuf, for the handball?
Honestly, I didn't catch the game because I was just hoping West Ham could do us a favor by winning Spurs. It didn't turn out that way. So yeah, so when I got to know it was an own goal and then followed by a Harry Kane's goal, I didn't bother to watch the highlights as well. So
Yeah, it was something expected actually. I don't think
mm,
West Ham actually helped themselves in the course. There wasn't much going forward, and again, Jose Mourinho finally actually managed to actually field up a strong team. Dele Ali even came back, and they didn't break a sweat. Safe to say. Also, this moment whereby this was the biggest talking point of the day. I don't think it was a penalty at all. It wasn't clear and obvious. The fact that people are still debating whether he hits his arm or not, it shows the fact that it's not even clear and obvious. But then again, interesting fact, the guy who was at Stockley Park, all right, the VAR committee, it was David Coot, the same referee who actually got it wrong, or the same official who got it wrong. I don't know if you guys actually remember when it was Chelsea against Spurs, when Cesar Azpilicueta got stamped again outrightly by Giovanni Lo Celso. But then again, he didn't say, it was just a yellow card. It wasn't a standing off. Of course, it was. He actually apologized after that. I think the PGMOL association said that no, it was actually indeed a red card. And right after that, he was also the same official who actually got it wrong when it was Leicester against Man City when the ball hit straight at KDB's arm. Again, David Could how he wish he can actually do a bit of favor for his namesake, another David Moyes. So it looks like David Moyes is running out of luck, and that might be just goodbye for West Ham right now, unfortunately. So right now, and then let's move on to the next one as well. But before we do that, Habil, you've got fans coming up. Mageshwaran, divided. Way to go, Habil. All right. Anori, was that ball?
You're never all alone.
Anori, was that ball to hand or hand to ball? Dude, that is such a mouthful, Faisal. Let's take it. It's not a penalty. Let's take it. It's not a penalty. All right, but there's definitely a ball to hand kind of situation whereby the arm was so close. In fact, there's no way you can actually avoid that contact. Move on. Let's move on to the next one. In terms of the fixture alone. So right now, let me see if I've got this right. Man City and also Burnley walk in the park 5-0. Phil Foden was star of the game. Derek, were you even surprised? 5-0.
Not surprised at all. But I think in the beginning, I think they scored the goal around the 30th minute, right? 30 plus.
They did. Yep.
Yeah, I think the first 30 minutes was a struggle for them. I mean, they were trying to. I think Burnley was sitting very deep.
They were.
So yeah, so they were trying to. After the first goal, floodgates open. That's it.
It did. And also, one thing that was really distasteful after the match, I think the whole match was surrounded by this negative talk about the flying banner, whereby it was again they flew the banner over saying that white life matters Burnley. But of course, the condemnation coming out from Burnley even at halftime, that was really strong. So that was really really pleasing to know that they actually condemned such act. But also another thing, Habil, I just want to actually ask you this: after the match, your manager Jurgen Klopp mentioned that after looking at Man City or after watching the match against Burnley, he said that he really don't know. He's scratching his head how this team is actually 20 odd points behind your team. Talk to me about Man City.
I think credit goes to Pep for creating such a machine of a team. I think throughout Man City, although this season has not been their super season, but last few seasons they've been dominating the league, and Aguero's been performing constantly at the highest level. Liverpool should take credit themselves for the work that they've done to go way
20
point.
yeah, 20 odd points.
Yeah, amazing, and to win it, to steal a title, hopefully after Man City. After the game, Man City would show that Klopp really we can match Man City.
And
I think he's just playing. Sorry, I think he's just playing it down a bit.
No, that's right. I don't know what you guys think over there. Yeah, for the viewers right now. Is this Klopp, playing like Habil mentioned, mind games? Is he trying to manage the expectation, not for this season, but for next season? Because I think he actually said it twice. The first one after they played Arsenal, they beat us 3-0. He mentioned the same statement, almost in the exact same fashion. He mentioned that he don't know how this team is actually 20 odd points behind them. So I see it as, again, him managing expectation for what's to come, Habil, but not for this season, definitely, because this is definitely already done and dusted. But I don't know what you guys think over there. Those who are watching us live, leave it in a comment. I know we've got a couple of Liverpool fans out there. What do you make of your manager's statement? Again, praising Man City. I don't know. But then if you were if you were, I think if you guys were to actually clinch the title at the Etihad, man, that will be the absolute climax for Liverpool this season. After
Yeah.
narrowly missing the title by just 1 point and pushing them all the way to the very last day, I think that will be the ultimate no, that will be the ultimate performance. You
Yep.
can never ask for anything better. Although, having said that, Habib, would you have actually preferred to actually clinch the title over at Goodison personally?
Oh yes, oh yes. It would, and better with fans, but without fans at their own ground, it would,
It would be
because there
more
will be,
satisfying.
yeah, yeah. There will be a
Cool,
lot.
cool. All right, let's move on to the next one. Just nice. 0-0. Everton Liverpool. Again, it was another snooze fest, another stinker of a derby. Exact same scoreline as well. I don't know, what was it, 1-1 last year, Abil, or was it 0-0 as well? It was definitely a draw at Goodison. I'm
A
very
draw.
sure of that. Yeah, it was definitely a draw.
Yeah.
Not much to talk about, but then
Mhm.
again, what do you personally make of the match, Rabil?
Actually, I was impressed with Richarlison.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that Ancelotti had a game plan. Of course, balls were not going high up because Van Dijk would win almost every challenge, but he was a threat. I think every time he gets the ball, I was like, wow, this guy, this Brazilian,
Agreed.
yeah,
Yep.
he's superb yesterday. And it was a lot of the Richarlison, and there was once where Fabinho missed a tackle and Alisson had got to make a great save. You know,
Yep.
wow, and it's just, yeah.
I
Lost
think
forward.
I think Calvert-Lewin his movement was superb as well. His movement
It
up
was,
front.
Exactly.
You saw his
Exactly.
movement. Oh my goodness, his
Whew.
movement was solid,
But,
man.
wait,
Smart.
no, staying on Richarlison, I thought Virgil van Dijk, all right, negated that threat from Richarlison. He was imperious that match, at least for me personally. Again, he totally negated the threat, whatever threat that Richarlison actually posed. But also, right, Habil, there are a lot of chatters out there after the match pertaining your form, because there is one stat. Of course, it's quite staggering, but of course, it does not hold any much relevance because right now you are about to seal the title already anyway. But you guys have not actually win away from home, all right, since Norwich on February 15. Of course, we have to also factor in the long layoff. But is your away form a concern, Habib, for you personally?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think it's a concern. Yep.
Mhm.
And I think the first loss away was Norway. You saying?
Norwich.
Yep. Norwich.
Norwich, right? Norwich.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah. And that, how to say that? The oomph
Yeah.
isn't anymore.
And
Taken
also,
away, yeah.
Champions League
yeah,
also, yeah.
and also during that match, of course, you didn't start with one of your most maverick player, which is Salah, and Takumi Minamino actually came in. What do you make of his debut? Was it a fine debut in your book?
No. I think
No.
some players. I mean, Minamino is trying his best, to fit in, and they played against Blackburn after the COVID, and he scored and stuff. But Minamino to me is more of an impact player, not a starter yet for the Liverpool team. Yeah, but he played against us last time, and
Salzburg.
it was
He
like,
was good. Yeah, and that's the conundrum, Habil, because I know for sure, and I don't know whether Yusuf and Derek, you guys have actually watched Minamino in full, especially when he was at Salzburg. He is actually the most prime when he's picking up the ball between the defenders and also the defensive midfield line. He was causing
Running.
havoc. Yeah, running.
yeah.
Running towards the defender, yeah.
And
Running
I
at them, yeah.
remember that match. It was a 4-3. What a thriller it was at Anfield, and he was causing all kinds of havoc for Fabinho. Fabinho couldn't contain him because he was so elusive. He was going, again up and down. There wasn't again. He wasn't static. And in Liverpool, because I think with Liverpool they are more structured. You don't have players who are on a free roam role. Where again in your book, right, Habil, is the best position for Minamino?
Where? I would prefer him. I play him on the right wing in my FM.
Oh, okay, you don't.
in my home match. And he works well. He works well running up and down and cutting in. So
Okay.
I will put him there. Yeah, because we've got like Wijnaldum and Fabinho to do the job in the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
So you
if he.
to the right. All right.
Yeah.
And Habil, one last thing before we move past the Liverpool stop. Your left back position, of course, you guys
Yes.
actually missed Robo. Again, there was a big miss. of course, anybody would actually miss a player of Robo's caliber. And then, of course, you started with, I think, Milner, and then Joe Gomez
Yes.
actually stepped in as well.
Yep.
So, would you actually, at this current moment, Habil, you personally, would you give a chance to Larouci? Which right now on the book, he might be the natural heir to that position.
It's a bit risky, isn't it? Because of the long layoff. Yeah. Because of the long layoff, COVID again. I think this is a factor. If it's an ongoing weekly that he's involved in games in the reserve team or whatever, then it would be nice. But now I would choose Milner to start.
Okay, cool.
Experience.
Thank you, Abel. We go through the comment section. Iza actually asked, can Liverpool cope without one of the three, let's say, injured or suspended Mane, Salah, or Firmino? Habil, I don't know whether you want to take this up. Your call.
We've got Oxlade-Chamberlain and Origi to come in.
Enough cover, yeah?
Enough.
All right, Habil, will the 20 points gap be shortened? No, dude, Faris, it does not make any difference. It does not make any difference. Stu Mac or Stu MC, Klopp and Pep have transformed the EPL from a kick and chase league. Yeah, you're probably right. But at this current moment, again, they are light years ahead of the rest of the contenders. So again, if you're speaking from a neutral perspective, it's turning into a farmers league, I would say, because you talk about the prowess of Premier League, but we are the only league right now in the top 5 European league who has such an unassailable lead for the leader. You don't see that in Serie A, you don't see that in again in the French league, even in the Spanish league. Right now it's head to head. But then again, having said that as well, not taking any credits away from Liverpool, I think what they have done, they actually maintain the consistency, and that's why they are actually in the position that they are in right now. City has few hiccups along the way. They did all right. That's just shows Klopp's humility. Pep does this exact same mutual respect for quality team building. Yeah, remember, Yusuf, when we were going hammers and tongs against United, wasn't too amicable, our manager and also Sir Alex Ferguson. But this time, we're seeing a bit
very similar, yeah.
A bit of mind games involved. All right, that would be super sweet for Liverpool to clinch the title at empty hat. Come on. All right. With Kun out of action, Pep will need to relook at his bench. No, you're right. So that will be again a big boost for Liverpool themselves, because for sure Kun Aguero loves to score against you, especially at home. Not at Anfield, at home. We've got Lishan. Sorry, man, if I butcher your name, but I'm gonna try this. Lishan Clevera. Klopp just wants to get the season done and over with. Too much talk would only be bad for team morale. Yeah, you're definitely right. Richarlison, he fell throughout the whole game. Time for a new boot, I guess. Mohamed Haikal Ismail is a pandemic in England with very little passion, but that's what happens when club price out working class people and replace them with pawn sandwich people. Wait, it goes to you sound like you actually come from the UK. Please hit us up if you really come from the UK. It'll be really interesting. Last one, Minamino to be Firmino's replacement, need to sharpen his play. Yeah, it's true. All right, so let's move past. Thank you so much, guys, for all the comments. Let's move on. Right after that, who do we have? Let me just put this out so we can have a clearer visual right now. Wolf against West Ham. Yusuf, once upon a time, Wolf is actually easy picking for all the teams, especially Arsenal, be it or Molineux or even at home ground. But right now, this guy, they are kicking up a really, really big fuss. Do you reckon that this Wolf can actually, somehow or other, just conjure up some magic and secure the Champions League spot?
I think they do stand a chance, though.
They do, right?
They're doing something like what Leicester does. No one's actually expecting them. Yeah.
That's right. And again, the match was it was headed for a draw, and then all of a sudden, the Super Saiyan Adama Traore came onto the pitch and he completely changed the complexion of the game. He actually created the first assist and the second pre-assist. Yusuf, you reckon Adama Traore will be good for Arsenal?
He would. No one expected him. I think he came from Middlesbrough.
He did? Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody expected him to actually turn up in Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if he turn up in any of the big clubs, he will be a better player.
I agree with you. And I think one player that we all should
look better at in Liverpool,
I know.
Better for Adama to be in Liverpool. Come on.
I think you got too many players already in Liverpool.
Come on.
Yes. Stop prolixing and just picking flowers from the farm, Leave some for the rest of the team. But I think one player that we should actually look at, Ruben Neves, man. engine in the middle. That guy is super
Mm.
consistent. Derek, you guys were actually once linked with Ruben Neves. What do you make of Ruben Neves, man? Do you think he's good enough to enter a top two team, be it City or Liverpool right now?
Uh, I think Liverpool and City, I think is I don't think it's to his caliber. I mean Liverpool and City, I don't think it's the right club for him. I think maybe slightly below, maybe like Chelsea or maybe Arsenal or United.
Yes,
Maybe it would
and
suit him better. Yeah,
slightly below is actually the right term for us, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it too far, lah.
I'll take him. I'll take him, man.
Slightly below for United, but not slightly
Yeah.
below for Arsenal. All right. All right. So we go through quickly. Derek, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace again. Jordan Ayew. Right. I think he actually set a milestone for the first Ghanaian player to actually score. I think there was a number. I can't really remember. Again, easy picking for Crystal Palace. But I think let's look at the table. If Bournemouth are also right now in the relegation mire. So I really really hate them to to see them actually live because I don't know. I enjoy the trip to, not as if we do that physically, but watching on TV, right? So I think a match against them at the Vitality was always a good match. No, we
It
usually
is,
come
yeah.
up with 3 points. No, the same can be said about United though. You guys lost to them again this season 1-0. Usually they
Mm,
create a bit of havoc for the top teams. But
correct.
anything surprising this season, Derek? Bournemouth, they are right now in a position whereby they are not supposed to be the last 3 seasons.
I think it's quite sad lah to see Bournemouth languishing in that position because I think I mean Eddie Howe is, to be fair to him, I think he's a good manager.
Mhm.
So and I think the football that Bournemouth is playing, I think they are playing good football. But the only thing is, I think they're defensively they are not really there lah. So I think they've been conceding too many goals and
Okay.
not scoring enough. So I think that's why they are languishing in that position.
Yep, perfect. Clearly, perfectly sums up Derek there. We move on to the next one. Happy days for the Tsunamis, Newcastle. 3-0. Man, I was surprised when I was looking at my live score. As you know, that Sheffield United is always a resolute team. You don't get more than 2 against them. But for Newcastle to get 3, of course,
Mm.
again, it was being helped majorly by the red card. But Habil, Newcastle, Sheffield United 3-0. What do you make of the scoreline, man? A big surprise for you?
No comments. I mean, Newcastle deserve. Newcastle deserve it. I think.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And Saint Maximin,
Yeah.
at long last, he has
Yes,
actually
yes.
finally scored at St. James Park. What a
I
happy,
love
happy
that guy.
Oh, the
Ooh,
guys, yeah,
we all
amazing.
do, man. We all do. We all do. You know
Yeah.
the way he plays, right? That's how you actually would control a player on FIFA.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And
Go on and go.
yes, he is actually replicating exactly what FIFA should do on the pitch, and that's actually really a tough asking. So
And
kudos to him.
how you actually create a player like look like him actually. Most people who create a player they look like him.
I've got a question for Derek though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Saint Maximin, which team can he go? The top ones or just the Arsenal?
Slightly below. Just slightly
I think
below.
still slightly
slightly
below.
below.
Yeah.
Really below, eh?
You think so?
If you were to go to the top ones, I think he will be
Bench warmer.
yeah,
At
I
best.
think he'll be a bench warmer. Impact
Yeah.
player. Yeah.
Impact player.
Yeah.
But what an exciting prospect, man. Every single
Yes,
time
man.
he touches the ball, everybody will be on the edge of the seat. Because this guy is just going to produce something magical. But there you
Yeah.
go. Happy days for the Toon Army. The next one, Habil, Aston Villa, Chelsea. What a turnaround. Aston Villa actually, they were leading 1-0 at halftime. And then I think Chelsea actually scored twice in quick succession. The first one by Captain America, Pulisic, and then on to once our hero, Olivier Giroud, to make it 0-1. It seems like right now this Frank Lampard's team, again, they are really really trying to upset the bookmaker, because truth be told, when the season started, everybody had them probably languishing in probably a top 7 top 8 position. But right now, to see them again chasing Leicester for third, this is really really a good spell for Frank Lampard, right, Abil?
Yep. I think so, definitely.
Good stuff from Chelsea. So move on, Southampton, Yusuf and Norwich. We got to be careful of them, man, because the next match on Friday, we are
Yeah.
playing the Sotongs.
Yeah.
And
Sotongs.
3-0, they
I don't know who's the Sotongs right now, man.
I don't know why, but easily dispatch Norwich. And one player in particular that we really, really need to pay attention to, Danny Ings. Once upon a time, he was with Liverpool, with Habil, and now
Liverpool, yeah.
he's tearing it up. How dangerous is Danny Ings, man, Yusuf? for yourself? Would you consider him to be a good replacement for Lacazette, perhaps? Danny Ings, Yusof?
Nah, not anything lower than Arsenal, maybe. At the moment, we wouldn't need Danny Ings here.
That's how
But
humble
he's
we
doing
are.
actually a good job in Southampton. I think the management is also pretty good. The management team of Southampton, yeah. He's a
Yeah,
technician, so he does a very good job.
he is. He is.
It's very different from what Koeman did.
Yep, agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
and
think Southampton are very strong and very hard to beat as well,
oh,
especially in St Mary's.
and we also have to remember that their coach Ralph Hasenhüttl, he came in with again a big reputation. Again he was with Leipzig, and Leipzig was actually again they were tearing the league apart. All right, of course they didn't win anything to show for, but the football they play, all right, that was exemplary. Everybody tried to actually emulate after them, and the high pressing game intensity. That's not what you are seeing in Southampton, and I really am scared shit of us facing them. In 2 days to come, Yusuf, because if they actually turn up, and usually with St. Mary's, we don't have a good record. So, really God bless us for this one. The next one, Derek, 1-1, Spurs United. Lots of talking point. But let me start off first with one. All right. Your captain or your ex-captain, Roy Keane, he tore into De Gea and also your defender, all right, your record defender right now, the most expensive defender in the world, 80 million, Harry Maguire, saying that he will be punching them during halftime. They should actually get a taxi back to Manchester. First of all, touch on the Kino's comment first, Derek.
Yeah, I think the King's comment is a bit I mean, in this modern football, I think it's a bit too harsh for any player to take. But I think back then, that is what young players would face. I think the era has changed lah. So, his comments, I think, wasn't warranted lah. So I think, yeah, I don't like what he said lah, because it would actually, in this day and age, it will actually affect the players lah. If let's say you are the manager, whatever he said would definitely affect any players these days.
And do you remember, so Derek? I think it was again it was aired through MUTV. If I again, if my mind is not playing tricks on me, it was again the same comment he made. Again, I think it was against Darren Fletcher, if I was not wrong, and that was when he was still playing and he was the captain. Right?
Yeah.
And after
I think a few players.
So he went on a complete rampage, and right after that, we didn't see Kino anymore. That was him to again through the exit door for United. But that was always exciting. But then again, the goalkeeper. Do you think that actually De Gea could actually done anything better against Bergwijn's shot?
Yeah, I actually believe, I think he should. I mean, I think it wasn't that far off him. I think it was quite near him. So I think he should have, his hands should have been stronger and parried it off lah. So I think that was an error by him. So I mean I think there was a few instances that I think previous games also this actually happens.
Yep.
Yeah, that he parried into the goal. So I think
Watford was one of the match. Yeah, whereby
I think this error is quite often now. So I think he should be improving this in training lah.
Okay, but the thing is, right now, we keep harping on the fact that De Gea actually have actually saved United a couple of times. Again, it seems like we are actually just paying due credit. But let's look at this, man. Oli actually came in. He actually defended his number one staunchly. I still think he's the best keeper in the world. He makes great save, win games for us. He's not making errors. You see time and time again. I'm very pleased with his work. But this also comes at a cost, because it's being said now that Henderson might still look for another club next season. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, Henderson might look for another club.
Yeah, because Oli said that it's still going to be De Gea, man, at the top.
I mean, if we could get good money for him, I would gladly let him go lah. I mean, we have Dean Henderson, who I think Solskjaer also tipped to be England's next number one.
Yep.
So I think we should actually maybe we give him another season out on loan and see how he does. Maybe he need a few seasons to see how he does in the Premier League. Maybe with Sheffield United again. Or any other club in the Premier League. So from there on, then we will see how he performs. Then, and also De Gea performance, maybe 1 or 2 more seasons. Then we'll see how he goes from there.
All right, Abil, I don't know whether you actually caught the game in full. Did you actually watch the United Spurs? You did not. You did not. What about Yusof? Did you actually watch the match? You did not as well. Spurs United, Yusof. Did you actually watch the match?
Yeah, I did.
You did. And just talk to me about first of all Spurs. all right, our beloved neighbor. I thought personally, again, their effort was admirable because to actually stick through the game plan throughout the whole 90 minutes to get your players running again, again they were slogging their guts out to perform that kind of defensive task. It takes some doing. What were you impressed by Mo and his tactics?
Yeah, I was. Um, I mean, I was expecting, of course, for them to lose, but I was, but to be fair, I think a draw it was good for us
Yep,
back
it
then.
was back
Yeah,
then.
back then it was good. So actually, yeah, I'm pretty much impressed, and because back then we were always thinking about his tactics are always similar. He's just
Yeah.
parking the bus and everything, right? But
Mm.
pretty much this time around, it's he's able to actually utilize his players very well.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
And again, Derek, you have played the game, again at a certain level to actually execute the game plan, to
Mm.
such a degree of accuracy, right? It's really hard, man, especially on a defensive display, right, Derek, to get yourself running, getting to position, and not to get caught out. That's really tough asking, and well done to Spurs. I think they did really really well. Of course, there are a certain segment of the fan base who were not entirely happy with the performance. They say that this is the bus coming out again. But I thought personally, and this is again, it pains me to say that, but if Arsenal can actually do half, Yusuf, of what actually Spurs did on the defensive side of
Yeah.
it, we will
I
not,
agree. Yeah.
again be entangled with all this mess. You see,
Being an
so
Arsenal fan, I mean, I hate to admit it, but it's Spurs are actually much better and better position than what we are right now. I mean,
they are quite big.
the team is complete.
Yeah.
They have a very good bench as well. The players are. I mean, Mourinho knows. I mean, he has experience as well.
Mhm.
And I mean, in the beginning, it wasn't really quite shaky for him. But after this break, I think maybe the players are able to fit in his game plan.
Yeah, I agree, Yusuf. And
Yeah.
also, it's not too bad. It's not too shabby. I think United is their hardest game, all right, throughout their run in. So that is a draw. And then again, yesterday they got a win. So 2 games, 4 points. Anybody will take them, man. Especially when you have to come up against United, during after a long
Mm.
restart. But then again, one thing that I also, Derek, I want to ask you this again. Split opinion. The push on Paul Pogba. Some say that he
I
was
wasn't.
looking.
It was a dive.
Yusuf, you mentioned that it's a dive. I thought it was smart of Pogba to do it. What about you, Derek?
I
I
mean,
mean,
I told you I wanted them to lose, but that was a dive.
There was a dive.
he
All right, Derek, come on.
he was waiting for it lah, basically. So he was luring him into that position.
Uh-huh.
So basically, any contact made going towards goal, I think is a penalty.
Right, Habib.
Yeah, even though it's soft lah. Yeah.
No.
He was
Do you
just
see
getting the
anything?
better of the
No,
situation, I guess.
I didn't see
There you go. Okay. So again, we've got again a split opinion. You say there is a clear dive, but Derek, of course, you will defend him. But of course, the second one is again is you can't defend that. It's indefensible.
Yep.
The second one, I thought it was a clear dive. Lucky for VAR. If not, Mourinho would have actually executed Anders Freeze moment. When he actually absolutely slaughtered Anders Freeze, and that kind of end his career. That could have actually happened to John Moss that day. Right? But then again, also there before we move past United,
Yep.
Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba, is that a sign for things to come?
Yes, definitely. I mean, after he came on, you can see the intention, the attacking intention was there lah. So I think they were like bombarding Spurs. I think after Pogba came in. So I mean, great players, they can combine together each other, no problem lah. I mean, there was a time where Scholes and Veron, they were saying they were not playing well together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think with time, I think they would easily combine well together.
Okay. And again, this is really a tantalizing prospect, man. To get
Yep.
I would say two of them. Pogba definitely in the top 10 right now. That's my personal opinion. When you talk about midfielder alone, he's one of the best top 10 in the world, not even in the league. And Bruno is actually really, really closing in really
His
quick.
class, man.
His class, man. The type of
Yeah.
touches that he has on him. Again, if you play the game, not on FIFA, not virtually, yeah. If you guys play the game on the pitch, again, 11 aside kind of game, whatever Bruno did, that takes some doing. It's really, really hard
Yep.
to execute those kind of moves. Right, but great stuff from United. That should actually get you again up and running. Your campaign looks a bit, I think, safe right now, at least for the moment. Unless you guys decide to do a United again. which you usually do.
Yeah.
Right? Alright, the next one, we quickly go on to Watford against Leicester. Oh, so sorry, Leicester. So Leicester drew 1-1. Oh, I remember this match. Ben Chilwell had again a worldie. I think that he actually volleyed, or it was a really, really good shot from the left, and then their defender Dawson actually equalized in the 95 minutes with a bicycle kick. So Leicester again is looking a bit grim for them right now. Two draws on the trot, and the next one, Brighton against Arsenal lah, Yusof. Okay, Yusof, when it comes to Brighton and Arsenal, first of all, where do we start, man? What's the perfect narrative for us to start, talking about Brighton and Arsenal?
The last Arsenal parade that we did, I was really pretty confident that we would definitely win this. But when I was watching through the match, okay, it was 1-0. After that, when we got a draw, I was taken aback, but I thought I'll take a draw anyway with how we perform. But when the killer in injury time, man, that I'm still down right now. Yeah.
You're still speechless. So am I, man. So am I. They completely ruined my weekend. But then again, that same guy who actually scored the winner, this guy, Neil Muppet.
Yeah.
All right, they call him Neil Mope. I call him Neil Muppet. I'm not being sour about it. All right, but he barged into our goalkeeper Bernleno when he was in mid-air. I want to push this to perhaps Habil. Habil, I don't know whether you actually caught the incident, but what do you think, man? When a keeper is actually jumping for the ball and when he's in mid-air, you can see for sure as an attacker that the ball is fully in his grasp. Is it again your liberty to actually barge into him, especially when he's in mid-air, Habil?
I think for Brighton's case, and actually the incident, I think they will go at all costs to get something. Even to getting a player injured and the goalkeeper. You get what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, that happens sometimes in a game.
Okay.
It looks 50-50,
Mhm.
but I'm sure he's a happy man after putting the keeper down.
Yeah, of course. And I think the funny thing is right now, again, I'm trying to. This is me speaking in hindsight, of course. Again, without any emotional attachment, he wasn't even a yellow card for this. Derek, right now, I just want to get clear, or rather, just refresh you a bit of your memory. Remember when Son actually had that tackle, that unfortunate incident against Andre Gomez, and he got red carded for it. It was unintentional by Son, but because of his how grave the injury was, of that impact, the impact on the injury itself, the referee took a long hard at it, or a long look at it, and gave him the red card. Of course, the red card was being rescinded, but looking at what happened to Bernleno, do you reckon that the same could have actually been done by the referee due to the extent of the injury?
No way to me. Because I think it's two totally different kind of challenges. So because I think this challenge is kind of like what Habil said. I think I would agree with him that it's 50-50. I mean, because you're going for the ball and sometimes the what you call it, the when you are like moving, like when you're jumping into that position, is like bringing you there. Sometimes you can't like pull yourself back. Yeah, the momentum already bring you there. So sometimes you can't pull yourself back. So when you're already there, sometimes when it clash, it happens lah. Yeah, this type of 50-50, it happens. I mean, every time when a goalkeeper goes up for the ball, a striker who comes in and shove him, this happens in football lah.
Okay, all right, good one,
Yep.
Derek. Good input by you. Yusuf, it seems that you have something to actually. You got a question directed at you by Ari Adnan. Yusuf, what do you think of Arteta's substitution decision? Why didn't play Martinelli? Let's go, man. You mentioned to me you're not going to hold back anything today, yeah? So this is your show. Come on. Let it all out. Let it all out.
Airi Anan, I think we're not going to see Martinelli for the rest of the season. In fact,
but for that match,
news just
for
came
that
in that
match,
he got injured during training.
uh-huh.
So okay, but prior to this, your question, yeah, it's quite questionable about Arteta. I mean, honestly, he's trying to figure out his starting 11, and with the injuries that he got along the way with the players, I just find Martinelli offended him in some other way that he couldn't play. I mean, ahead of I don't know, and this I mean, I'm okay with Eddie in Ketia, but personally, I think Martinelli is much a better player compared when he just came in. You look at the training pictures, the videos, and he's also like an impact player. You see, he comes in and scores goals, and it's proven, and he scores goals in cup games as well. So I think I don't know why he's not even being selected as well. Yeah, when you want to win games, when you're against Brighton as well. I mean,
Yep.
Martinelli wasn't even chosen when you're chasing a game as well.
That's really surprising.
So
And
that is questionable. Yeah, I think it's questionable about Arteta's choices, about his substitutions as well. But yeah, but the sad thing, we're not going to see Martinelli for the rest of the season. So
yeah, and that's the funny thing, Yusof, and about Arsenal when it comes to injury, we are so badly cursed.
yeah,
I think right now for Arsenal players, they can even get injured while sleeping. That's how bad it is right now, the situation in Arsenal. You could probably wake up to breaking news. Aubameyang out for 3 months with an ACL injury, and then you probably ask for why, what happened. He woke up from his sleep and he got injured. That's it. So that's just how
yeah.
rubbish our luck is right now. And again, Faisal actually asked us right now, both of you and me, Yusof, what went wrong for Arsenal in that match with Brighton? Faisal, let me answer you first before we
Everything.
go on to Yusof. Everything. We lack the creativity, we lack the spine, especially in defense. But I think what's important when you are playing away from home against a team that is right now in the relegation mire, you have to put them to the sword. You cannot wait for your chances to come. You gotta create enough chance for you to seal the game, and that's about it. That's how you go about your business, especially playing away from home against a team who are fighting again tooth and nail for survival. What do you think, Yusof?
I agree with you. Going away at Brighton is never easy, but we should just go there, execute, like you said, put them on the sword, kill the game. But once we got a goal by Pepe, we just slow things down, and that's where we come for holding for the goal. We were actually asked, we were just inviting danger for that. So we gave them space, they attacked, and we gave in a goal, and we never looked like we were actually winning the game. After that, we lost it.
Yeah.
So actually, it's quite sad. We should, we should just when we go there, we got the goal, continue attacking, get the second goal, the game. We never tend to, when we get a lead, right? Nowadays, Arsenal, when we have a lead, we cannot even hold that lead. So it's quite.
And that always happens, though. That always happens, actually.
Correct. Yeah, dude.
Feeling
It
sick
always
right now,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm really again questioning myself. These people some of them are married men. How do they even hold on to their marriages? Because they cannot hold on to their lead for even a goddamn 5 minutes. How do they hold on to their family, man? You see,
Yeah, man.
I'm so frustrated. My whole weekend was spoiled. Again, I was out, to be honest, I was out and about with my family. I told my wife simply, I got a strange hunch about this match, so let's not rush back home. Let's take our time. But then again, with being an Arsenal fan, I was always nervy. I kept checking the score. I was on my again on the phone watching it, and yeah, I rushed back. Enough time for me to witness all those drama. Again, how foolish was I to actually rush back home? But then again, this Buffett again came out. He stole the headline. Arsenal players need to learn humility. They got what they deserve. Also, something that I don't know whether this would ever reach Neil Maupay, but he also needs to actually learn to take up penalty because he actually missed a penalty. So instead of us learning humility, he should take up penalty lesson. All right, this guy. Right, and also one incident that actually again broke the internet. This choke. No, this does not come. Of course, this coincides with the retirement from Undertaker. For those of you guys who are actually in WWE, Undertaker actually,
Kane. I think Kane, bro.
Undertaker. After
Yeah,
35
yeah.
years, he actually announced his retirement. We all remember this very well. The choke slam. But Derek, Guendouzi escaped lightly. There wasn't any retrospective action. Do you think, although this was done right after the 90-minute mark, do you think that the FA should take a harder look at it and he should be duly punished for that, Derek?
Yeah, he should.
I think he should.
Be.
Yeah, he should.
He should be punished for it. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the game that these things happens, and then I think because of his frustration, he let out his frustration, and all these things happens. So I think they should take a look into it, lah.
Yeah, good. All right. So, Lee Alexander, hello, Mr. Alex. Maupay is a dirty mother, whom cheat and play dirty. His antics totally upset the Arsenal team, and he further adds salt to the wound by scoring the winner. He is exactly the type of. I agree. All right. Arjun Mageshwaran, hi, hello, Arjun. All right, nice. chiming in live with us. Thank you so much for that. The next one, let's see if we have comment. Same thing by Faisal. Maybe Arteta should buy Mope. But then again, then we will lose Guendouzi, Yusuf, because I don't think the two of them will ever get along. All right, so let's move on. We will speak more about Arsenal in their upcoming fixture. Let's go on to the next agenda. Let's talk more about these the upcoming fixture rather. For this, I think this is match week 31, 32. The first one, Derek, United against Sheffield, which will happen in a few hours' time. Talk to me, man. How confident are you going into this match? Home game, Sheffield. Sheffield, they have not been performing up to task after the pandemic. In fact, if a team that, apart from Arsenal, of course, if there was one team who didn't want the pandemic to happen, that would definitely be Sheffield. So right now, they have
Yep.
not actually strong. They have not actually gotten themselves a victory. How confident are you right now against Sheffield at home?
I kind of very confident because I think they are missing quite a few players. I think Dean Henderson is not available due to him being ineligible because he's on
Yes.
loan from United. And I
Yep.
think there's their key player. I think their key defender. I think John Egan. I think he has an injury. I think there's a few defensive injuries lah. So yeah, so we will capitalize on that and put in a few goals lah.
Okay. And what do you reckon will be the scoreline for today?
Maybe 3-0 win.
Brilliant. Wow, easy peasy, lemon squeezy for United. Derek Pogba is not a player who is able to carry a team like United. Therefore, a player like Bruno is good to have around Pogba. What say you? Come on, man. Should they even start today, both of them? Would you carry out their project, the experiment, Pogba and Bruno together today?
Of course, at home, we should be going for it, man. Like even though we'll be I mean, if we attack, there will be. I think if McTominay is there or Fred, they'll be left alone there. But I think at home they should be attacking.
Okay. Yep. Great point.
Yep.
Great point. And I think this is really a good time to be a United fan. Coming
Yep.
back again, coming back from I think a good period before the pandemic halt, and then you guys started the match against Spurs. Although the first 30 minutes, it must be said that you guys were lacking some desire and idea, but once you actually click into gears, you look like the same United. The same United that actually went for the break, and with Bruno and Pogba right in the middle. My God, that's really a good proposal, man. Noah actually, yeah, Noah, thank you so much, man. Egan red card, bro. Yeah, so that's it.
Oh, red
So
card.
suspension. And Mohamed Al Shafi, yes, Bruno and Pogba will play together. That's great. And Al Shafi, I wanted to ask this personally to you, man. Place this in the comment. Would you start Igalo over Marshall? I would love to hear it from you, and also those United fans right now in the chat room. Please actually place in again, chime in with your thoughts. Should Nigerian R9 start over Marshall? But before we actually hear from them, we listen to Derek first, our resident United fan. R9, Nigerian R9 over your Marshall.
Definitely, man. I think Marshall recently have his performance have dipped quite a bit.
Mhm.
So holding up play I mean his holding up play has been quite poor as well. So with Igalo coming in with his strength and size, I think he'll be there to actually hold up the play and bring players into play, and which we actually need someone like that up front. So we have Pogba and Bruno running behind. I think with him holding up the ball, I think there'll be more players into play, and then I think we'll score a few goals lah.
Yeah, fantastic. And also, if he can
Yep.
actually replicate even 3/4 of the form he had the first season when he was with Watford,
Yeah,
you guys are in for a ride, man. That guy,
yeah, man.
he knows where the back of the net is,
Yeah, his
So
finishing
good
is
luck.
superb.
Superb, right? And okay, I know that we will not have Habil for long. So Habil, let me go through your match first. You guys are playing Crystal Palace, Liverpool Crystal Palace. You mentioned to me just off air, all your legends are coming back to actually watch the match. Of course, it will be of no use or relevance because you guys are not going to clinch the title anyway, and at Anfield. But then again, going into this match, how first of all, tactically, how would you start the match? What kind of the formation remains as it is?
Formation remains as it is, and
what about
latest
personnel? What about the personnel?
latest news has got Andy Robertson and Salah coming back. Yeah, so that would be good for Liverpool as well. I think that the attacking three up front will give that much of a confidence boost for Liverpool to win tomorrow, as well as the return of Andy Robertson. And then let's not forget that Klopp once said in 2015 when they lost against Crystal Palace that he felt alone. And with this, right, I think tomorrow, I think the game later, everybody will do it for Klopp. he wouldn't want it to be happening again. All of the Liverpool players, we want to do it for him. Yeah, and against the likes of Benteke and Sako and Martin Kelly, you know,
Okay. Next
Yeah.
Liverpool.
they would want to prove to the guys in Liverpool that they made a
Great point.
mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great point.
But Liverpool, I think having being the team who comes back strong all the time. We've seen that against Barcelona after the Champions League thing, and their mentality for this game, and knowing 0-0 wouldn't be good for Merseyside derby. They will come in strong. I would say 3-0 Liverpool.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Really, really
Yeah,
comprehensive.
yeah.
I mean, don't you think right now, just the thought of clinching the title, the title
Mhm.
cheaters, do you think it will actually play into the player's mind?
I don't think so because Henderson, the captain, all of his interview, he has played down the title talk, even when they know. It, and I think everybody it is just a ripple effect lah, among the team.
Okay.
They feel like that too, and
Alright.
even the fans.
Yeah, here you go.
Even-
Talking about the fans, Palace is a boogie team, but I'm rooting for Liverpool to win convincingly 3-0 tonight. So, exact same mind, man. Exact same mind with yours. And also Faris, Crystal Palace, Liverpool boogie team. The fans, 2014 chills are coming back, but no Dwight Gill this time, of course. Even last season, again, if I can actually pull you all the way back, Bill, to last season, you guys had a thriller of your own. Remember, if it wasn't for Hennessy's calamity, you guys would actually might just turn up the game for a draw, because I think it was a bit of a roller coaster. They actually you guys took the lead and then they equalized. They took the lead, you guys equalized, but then again you guys actually narrowly edged them out. What is it about Crystal Palace, Habil, and Liverpool?
I honestly think right that Crystal Palace's fans are underrated. They can be so loud with the support and stuff. And
Yep.
tomorrow they will be without their wonderful fans.
Yep.
Of course, the same as Liverpool, but
Mhm.
Liverpool will be on playing home, and there will be an advantage.
Okay. No, great point.
Yeah.
So that again, no fan factor, that will play nicely into Liverpool's head. So you mentioned 3-0, and that should probably be it, I guess. Even whatever the result might be, or maybe for your match against City. But I think once you clinch it, you guys are just 2 points away. Happy days. Happy days for you guys. All right.
Happy
Yeah,
days.
good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So right now, let's move on to the next one. Let me just pull out the comment here so that again we have a clearer visual. So we've done Liverpool, we've done United, Newcastle quickly. Yusuf, Newcastle, Aston Villa prediction for yourself.
Newcastle for me.
Newcastle for you, and what would be the likeliest scoreline for Newcastle against Aston Villa?
I 2-0. 2-0
2-0.
to Newcastle. Yeah.
Perfect. Right. Good thing. Good thing. And also, if you do remember, there
Because they
were
got
a
the
lot of
momentum, they just won a game, so I think it will play a part as well.
I should wrap things up. And also for Newcastle fans out there was a clear outrage where the appointment was made for Steve Bruce, of course, with his previous affiliation with Sunderland as well. But now, hey, they might be just putting up posters of Steve Bruce in their bedroom. Those Newcastle fans. All right. So we move on to the next one. Norwich Everton. Derek, Norwich Everton. Again, this is really, really important. This is pivotal for Norwich. You lose this one, there's an R, a big letter R beside your name. Anything
Yeah,
different?
I think Everton has been on form lately, so a 2-0 win to Everton.
To Everton, and that would actually automatically seal the fate of Norwich.
Yep.
Right. Yep. So bye bye Canaries. And next one, Habil. Hopefully we still can get you on this one. Wolves against Bournemouth. This again should be a
Wolves.
straightforward one.
Yeah, I'll go with Wolves. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll go with
And what would
Wolves
be
to
the
win.
scoreline?
1-0.
1-0. Wow, slim margin.
1-0.
Slim
1-0.
margin by Nabil. All right. I would also just love to read out from Al Shafi. I would love Marshall and Igalo playing together. Wow, that means somebody is gonna again drop out of the front three. Derek, Marshall and Igalo up front. That would mean that Daniel James will probably miss starting. Again in the front three.
I don't think that will happen.
Also, he also already mentioned Wolves to be the surprise team. Ruben Neves, Raul Jimenez, Moutinho will be the key. Yep, precisely. Great point. Let's move on quickly to the next one as well. So the next round of fixtures, Will be played on Friday. But first of all, let me start with Yusuf. Yusuf, all these weird hours that the football matches are being played, how are you coping with it, man? It's fine by you, right? Because you're a night owl. You're working night shift. But how do you cope with the hours? It's really ungodly. What do you make of the hours,
It's
Yusuf?
I mean, I mean, we're all rotating shifts, but Arsenal also make my life rotating as well right now.
Okay.
They're rotating myself upside down. So yeah. So I think I'm coping it. Yeah. Thanks to you guys as well for giving me counseling every now and then, checking on me. So,
Uh-huh.
but it's very hard. Yeah.
It's very
I
hard, yeah.
mean, but I'm used to it. So yeah.
You said perfect. And also Habil, unfortunately, you actually have to leave us for now. It was really great having you, Habil. We will definitely see more of you. So bye bye, Habil. Take care. We'll speak to
Thank you
you.
so much, guys.
Catch you next time,
Derek,
Bill.
thank you. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
You'll never
No worries.
walk alone. Bye.
All the
Bye.
best, bro.
All right, so that leaves the three of us. All right, just give me a sec. So right now we were on about the fixtures. So you mentioned, for Burnley against Watford. Quickly, your score line, your prediction, Yusuf.
Burnley.
You,
Oh.
So
but I think it's a draw. It's gonna be a draw.
a draw. Okay. Sorry, Derek. Actually, this was actually meant for you. Burnley and Watford. What did you make? Is it a draw for you as well?
Yeah, draw return all of it. I think
A draw.
both teams defensively, I think they've been doing quite okay, and I don't think their attack has been that great either. So I think it'll be a 0-0 draw.
So Derek, if I were to actually place a 10,000, all right, as again as a stake for you to stay up all night to watch Burnley and Watford, will you do it?
No.
No.
Oh, 10,000. 10,000.
That might consider.
I might consider because I have a few players in my FPL team.
All right. Next one, Southampton, Sotong against Arsenal. Yusuf, come on, Yusuf.
Which one will turn out to be a sotong?
Okay, first of all, before we become the real Sotong, all right, let's go a bit of a narrative, right? The perfect antidote to this match. First of all, we don't do well traditionally at St. Mary's. We usually get pummeled by them. Strange score lines. We usually have a good field day against us. This time around, no fans. Of course, against what he has actually proven against Brighton, it does not affect our plays at all because we are equally as shit playing away with or without fans. You see, but the thing right now is we need this win. So we need this win. Anything apart from a win will be absolutely disastrous. Yusuf, calm me down.
Okay. The first two games was actually disastrous already for us. And with the news of the extension of signings that just came in,
Yes.
the injuries as well.
Let's talk about that first. Let's talk about that.
I really need this win.
So David Lewis, one more season.
Everything's on pressure right now. So I think we really need this win. Regardless of what happened the past two games, we really need this win. Because the pressures on Arteta, everyone's going to be calling for his head. I mean, most of the time, a lot of decision making. I mean, his substitution is going to play a part. His first team selection is going to play a part. It's not going to be easy at St. Mary's.
Yep.
This time round, there's no fans, so that will take out some pressure of us. But already we really need this win, so the pressure is really hard. I just really hope that we can do it this time around, and hope everyone is going to turn up right there. So no high expectations. I think 1-0 to the Arsenal. I'll take 3 points. Anything.
Hey, let me ask you guys who do you think are the favorites actually
For what?
for
Favorites
this
for
game?
what?
Southampton versus Arsenal.
Good question, Derek. Good question,
Because
Derek.
I was looking at the odds for betting. I think Southampton are favorites, no?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean it's like what the
Okay,
hell
Derek,
is going on?
as a neutral, again, I need you to come into middle ground. How do you see this match panning out between the Sotongs and also the Gunners? Not much of a gunner right now, a water gun.
Arsenal have not been great, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sad for you guys because Arsenal have really not been great. So, and Southampton attackingly they have been quite potent. So, I'm just afraid for you guys, lah. That's all I can say. Yeah.
I want to ask for
Honestly.
I want to ask for a prediction as well. Where do you think? Where do you see this match heading to when it comes to the scoreline?
Scoreline.
Us against
I would
Southampton.
maybe a 3-1 win for Southampton.
Whew, that would be daring,
Yeah,
man. That
yeah.
would be
Because
daring.
I think it depends on the selection from Arteta as well. I mean, I've been looking at his past selection. It's like not stable. It's like he's
Mm.
always
Mm.
chopping and changing. So if you don't have a stable team, right, I think it's very difficult to move forward.
And Derek, and it's great that I
Yeah.
have because you will be in a prime position to advise both me and you. So you went with
Mm.
your right, your selected legend, and of course during the start it was also choppy. Of course there were again there were springs in your steps. You were getting results, especially the one in PSG.
Mm.
Everything was again fine and dandy, and then you guys hit this patch. It seems like you guys were dead and buried. And,
Yep.
and during this time, everybody was chattering about Ole's future, whether he is the right one, whether he should be actually making way for Pochettino. How do again, as a fan who has been through this couple of times, what would be your advice for Arsenal fans out there? Because we see something in Mikel Arteta, but right now
Mm.
some of his decisions are really dubious, and the results are not actually coming our way. What would be your advice for us Arsenal fans? Do we still
Uh,
just keep up the faith with the manager, trust the process, they say?
I think you should lah. I think because Arteta has just been hired actually not so long ago. I think like very very recently. So I think he's still finding the right, still tweaking here and there to find the right momentum for you guys to move forward lah. But I think some of the players are actually also not helping him. I think Aubameyang is still in a contract
Yeah,
Mm.
limbo.
issue, right?
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with this in his head, I think it's also an issue.
Mhm.
And the midfield trio that you guys are putting out is absolutely crap lah. I don't
Yeah,
think you can.
I agree, not good
Yeah,
enough.
to me it's crap lah. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
like
right. And
with that kind of midfield, I mean, it's quite hard to dominate games, no? Because
I
like
know, I agree.
yeah,
I
yeah,
totally.
I
This is
agree.
one time that I will agree with a United guy. Our midfield is really again is really lightweight.
yeah,
So like
very.
Eric rightly mentioned, you mentioned their names to any of the top six clubs. I don't think anybody would actually be queuing even if you actually tell them this is a again a heavily slashed price. You talk about Dennis
Exactly.
Abaya, Matthew Guendouzi, you talk about Granit Xhaka, again Joe Willock. Which club in the world right now in the right frame of mind will be again moving mountains for those four names that I've actually made mention of. So,
Correct.
and if you look at our closest contenders, you talk about United, for example, their midfield, they are a bunch of heavyweights, Yusuf. You talk about Chelsea, you talk about Spurs. No, don't even mention those two teams who are again light years ahead of everybody. Their midfield is right now packed with quality. Yusuf, what is happening with our midfield actually? Who should actually even start in our midfield?
I mean, at the moment, right? I feel inherent. The shit team, man. At the moment, right? I mean, without injuries at all,
Yeah,
I myself have no clue on who
Yeah.
to play with. I mean, I would ideally play with Torreira and Zaka. It wouldn't be my choice, but Torreira's out. Zaka's just coming back from injury, I think.
yep. Against Man City, remember?
And yeah, I mean, and then we got to play in Goldozi. He's
Mhm.
gonna be an Undertaker. So I mean, he was lucky not to get charged as well. So I'm just really lost with that middle part
Yeah,
in the park. Yeah, yeah.
I agree. It's really
Really,
perplexing.
really, yeah.
Yeah, it's really perplexing to see the state that Arsenal are in right now. And you see, Eza actually, he's also an Arsenal fan. 3-1 to Sotong. How am I not surprised? Look, and this is where the sad state of affairs for Arsenal fans. We are not surprised by a defeat anymore. And right now, we are really chartering in dangerous water, I would say,
Mm.
because the expectation is so low. At times, it has become a complete joke. Let's look at a couple of comments as well. High score draw 2-2 or 3-3. Side Paris also
Who's
mentioned
gonna
Arteta
score?
too early to succeed. Yeah, and our captain, he's not been again not fault of his own, but then again, I think he has also actually in some part of it, he has also actually contributed to the cause. He has not been
Mm.
trying hard enough.
Yeah.
That's my personal thought about Aubameyang. I think I spoke to you about this as well off air yesterday, Yusof. We were so used to have our goal scorers, the likes of even RBP, hate him or love him. He is
Yep.
someone when the chips are down, you could see this guy. He is so rugged, he is so robust. He will grab the bull by its horn, and he will try to change the game on his own. without waiting for people to create for him. But of course, we are talking about two different game players, two different style and two different persona. It's really, really unfair for us to put it solely on Alba's shoulder. And next one, Anori Arteta needs the money to rebuild the team. It will be blessing that Arsenal isn't playing in Europe next season. Spot on, Faisal. And that is actually the same sentiment that I will actually concur with.
Yeah.
Get out of Europe, start again, all over. Right, blessing in disguise. At this point, the best midfielder for Arsenal is possession.
Kill me.
Alexander, Alex, it will be really great news if Gunnosaurus can actually make it to St. Mary's, again healthy.
I think
I'm
we'll
very
do a better job.
No, bro, he will probably be injured when he actually bought the team with us.
5 minutes.
And also, why is Ozil not in favor? As we can go on and on about Ozil.
Yeah.
Again, that is something that I really do want to touch on personally, because with Ozil, it has been proven time and time again with three different sets of managers. You talk about Arteta, Freddie Ljungberg, and Unai Emery. They all had the same issue against him. Whether it's from the managers themselves or whether this is the board's way of pushing him into a corner so that he can actually leave Arsenal, remains to be seen. Arteta inherited Unai's team, give him 2 seasons to turn Arsenal to a fighting team. I think I totally chime in with Said Faris. 2 seasons. I also mentioned to a couple of my friends out there.
Give him a few transfer windows, maybe
2 seasons.
2 to 3 transfer windows.
I think might be longer, man.
Might be longer, Derek. And why do you say that, Derek?
I truly believe Arsenal must rebuild their whole backbone, from their centre back to their centre midfield and their striker. I think Lacazette also has not been up to mark also recently. Yeah, so I think it's quite a major task to actually rebuild the entire team, because the whole backbone has not. You need a strong backbone to actually.
They did a
well.
very great job, They just extended the backbone of Luis, Mari, and Cedric.
Yeah,
Fantastic job, man.
I don't understand where is the bot coming from, man. Like, yeah,
I don't even know if Arsenal really has a board to start with. It seems like what it's a decision that we make when we are playing FIFA. You see, nobody is taking this seriously. We are not being run properly,
We got a
and they
pot of sotongs,
yeah, bunch of photos. Oh
Pot of
my.
sotongs.
Okay, I think that's enough for one night. If you want to talk about Arsenal, it can go on and on. I think 90 minutes will not be enough. So let's be fair to other teams as well. Let's go on to the next picture. Let's see who we have right now. Arsenal, and then Derek, Chelsea and Man City, man. The clash of the money bag, they call it previously. Clash of the money bag. Again, Man City, man, they look like they have not missed a beat. Again, if the pandemic actually happened earlier on, Liverpool might be in for a run, because I think, like I mentioned, what happens to the big teams, especially when they are playing in the ground whereby there are no fans, it kind of consolidates their position, it solidifies their strength, they become even better. Teams like you look at Real Madrid, you look at teams like Barcelona, and even Bayern Munich, for example. Again, they just go from strength to strength, and this is exactly what's happening to Man City. This game is really important for Chelsea, for their cause, of course. Win that, simple equation. Win that, you are just 1 point behind Leicester. How do you see this match panning out, Derek?
I think we quite tough for Chelsea. I think with the form that City are in, and they are, I mean, attackingly they're just superb. I mean, Sané is like not even coming on, and I think the previous game they are, I think they had De Bruyne and Sterling on the bench.
On the
And they
bench,
And
5-0.
and 5-0. I mean, like, I mean, Chelsea is a harder team, but I think it'll be a 2-1 win for City.
2-1 win. Yeah, perfect. I know. I actually concur with your point as well. Again, if there was one banner that should be flown over the Etihad, it should be Burnley Lives Matter, man. They got pummeled 5-0. It was really easy for them. Again, didn't break into any sweat. And then let's go on to Yusuf. Yusuf, on Saturday we have Aston Villa against Wolves again. Again, same thing for Aston Villa. They desperately need this win. Again, the equation is pretty much simple. You lose that one, you are pretty much out of the door as well. You see Aston Villa upsetting the bookmaker right here?
I think Wolves are too strong for Villa right now.
So,
I think Villa will be desperate to get a win somehow to stay afloat. They're really down there. But I think Wolves are too strong for them at the moment.
Okay, right. And Yusuf, again,
timing,
just staying on again the relegation part of the table. Although it must be said, maybe in next season we might be talking about Arsenal in the same vein as we are talking about Aston Villa. So, but then again, to actually just to be objective about this, who is your favorite to actually go down? Name me the three teams that you think might actually kiss the relegation door.
Norwich,
Mhm.
Norwich, Villa, and Brighton.
Brighton. Wow, and this is coming
No,
from
no.
an
Norwich, Villa, and uh, Watford.
Perfect. And what about you, Derek? Same question, man. Apart from Norwich, which again they look set for the drop. What about the next two teams?
I would say Bournemouth and West Ham.
Bournemouth and West Ham. Okay, so you're putting your money on Aston Villa to actually again make the cut.
Uh, I mean, I hope not because of Jack Grealish. He might, but I think they might just stay up.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
And again, this question I wanted to pose to again those viewers out there. Apart from Norwich, guys, which other two teams that you think again they are in the reckoning for relegation? Place it in the comment. I'll read those comments from you. Yeah. So I wish Watford will actually go down. Yeah, this guy. This is coming from Liverpool fan. Not sour at all. Not sour at all. Thank you, Watford. Thank you, Watford. Pride of London.
Neglected.
And then also, let me see what else do
Right.
we have. Sorry, guys, I mentioned fighting team, not a silverware winning team. No offense. This Faris, anything that comes out from his mouth, full of banters. Hey, we've got Joel. Joel, how are you, man? Class done already, I guess. So now he's actually with us. Arsenal should start by winning cups like FA Cup and League Cups first before getting more confidence to challenge for a title. Joel, this is one time that I will actually disagree with you. And even Yusuf, if you remember, we won the FA Cup. All right, I think we won it thrice out of 4 seasons. And what
Three.
happened after that? Three times out of 4 seasons,
Twice,
right? Yeah. And what happened after that, Joel? We did not actually rebuild. What happened actually? We went on even a steeper decline. So yes, maybe they say that winning trophies or silver will actually breed confidence. But what it does for Arsenal is they actually make our board goes or to they make the board to go completely complacent, thinking that yeah, we won a silverware. It shows that we are still in the running. We are still a big team. We can win some silverware. And rather than them again, just to consolidate the position, rather to strengthen, they decide to go the opposite way, saying that it's enough already. We just need to actually have one or more addition. So now I don't think this is actually relevant for Arsenal's cause. No, we have won the FA Cup 3 times and nothing has actually come out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I would have taken a FA Cup this season as well, but
I would too. I would too. But
Yeah, but-
for sure, Yusof, us winning the FA Cup, you will just paper the crack. Nothing to,
Yeah.
nothing much to
nothing's gonna
celebrate.
be.
Yeah. West Ham and Watford from Faisal. Also for Alexander, Norwich, Villa, and potentially West Ham. Yeah. I guess West Ham, if they don't pick up, wow. And you look at the talent of players that they have, some of them are actually still good enough for Premier League. That's what I reckon.
Declan
Personally.
Rice.
Yeah, Declan Rice. But Derek, let's stay on with Declan Rice. You mentioned Declan Rice, rightly so. Do you think he's actually worth the hype? 50 million slap on his forehead. Do you think he's worth that price at this current moment?
Uh, I think he can improve. I think he's still quite raw. Even if any big team sign him, I think he will still be a bench warmer lah. I think he will come in as an impact player. Yeah.
Agree. And again, Mohamed Haikal actually mentioned Norwich, Villa, West Ham, pretty much the same from all our viewers, and Watford and Villa as well. Again, this will be really an strange moment for Villa. They took so long to come up, only for them to go down again as soon as they actually make their way up.
Yeah.
Let's go with the next one right now. In terms of the fixture listing, so the next one we have done with Aston Villa, Wolf, Watford, Southampton, right, Derek? You're supposed to take on Watford, Southampton.
Yeah. So.
Assuming, all right, assuming Southampton, all right,
Yep.
again, they come back from a huge hiding from Arsenal. We actually dish out a footballing lesson to Southampton 4-1 at St. Mary's. So they are in a total hiding. Do you think
You dreams, right?
do you think Yusuf, come on, Yusuf, give me some chance, Yusuf. Do you think that Southampton can pick up the pieces against Watford?
I think that that game will have a high scoring draw lah.
High scoring
maybe
draw.
like a 2-2 or something. Yeah, I think both sides attackingly they will go for each other. I mean, depends also on whether they have anything to play for. Watford I think if Watford were to be fighting in the relegation, I think they're still fighting in the relegation, right?
Yep, they are.
Yeah, then I think they will be going for it lah. For Southampton, I don't think there's much for them to play for also.
Nothing much. Yeah, they
Yeah,
call it the beach ball team. Right now, they should be on the beach already. No, but the only
yeah.
team that's on the beach right now is Arsenal, of course. But on the weekend as well, I know this is something that again, this is totally something that we don't actually quite discuss that much. But the FA Cup is actually around the corner this weekend, Derek, and also Yusuf. Both of us are actually involved.
So is it?
So yeah, so this weekend, first up we have Norwich and United first, Derek. So that will be on Sunday, 12:30 a.m. our time. That's a good time. That means Saturday night. Norwich and United. This is again one possible route. I think you are lucky, as a United fan. I was looking at your fixtures. You guys have a
Yep.
couple of options when it comes to silverware. If it's not the FA Cup, definitely the UEFA Cup, and you guys shouldn't be sweating over the possibility of not qualifying directly from Premier League, because you know that UEFA route is there for the taking. But then again, right now for the FA Cup, does it play much importance for you, Derek, as a United fan personally?
Uh, yeah. I mean, all silverware matters to us. So yeah, I mean, I think we have not been winning any silverware for the past few seasons. So I think,
The last one with Mourinho.
oh yeah. So I think any silverware right now will be good, will be great lah. But uh, yeah, any silverware will be great.
And what do you think of this again, this toss up between you and Norwich City? Yeah, and also you have to consider the fact that Norwich actually came to the Tottenham Stadium. They rock up some storm. They actually won against them on
Yep.
penalties. Again, they are always, the thing with all these small teams, you don't know which wind the direction, or rather which direction the wind will actually blow. Sometimes they are a good cup team. For example, Aston Villa, they made it all the way to the final for the League Cup. Again, Norwich, are they to be taken for granted?
Uh, Norwich at home, right?
Yeah, they are playing at home. Carroll,
This is quarterfinals.
quarterfinals. No.
Yeah.
Win this, you are into quarters, right? Or is this
Oh,
quarter?
okay.
Oh no, this is the quarterfinals. You win this, you are in the
Quarterfinals,
semi.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll put out a strong team and go for it lah. So
Okay.
I think no chance for Norwich.
Norwich, okay. And
Yep.
Joel, of course, a big United fan himself, not the biggest fan of Anthony Martial. If you guys haven't caught his fan cam reaction, please do so. He actually went in really hard against or into Martial. Joel mentioned United should scrap the league, focus on Europa and FA Cup. Looking at the league, Chelsea may pull away with fourth place, but then again, Norwich City may just stun us with a huge performance. And that is something that's always in the pipeline.
Yep.
With football, he can always toss you up some
Correct.
disappointment, especially the FA Cup. Again, the giant killing act. Hopefully, it can happen to United, so that we are safe from one big contender. So if United is out, we are probably left with only Man City in the run in. We ourselves, yeah, Chelsea, yeah,
Chelsea is in as well.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
Leicester. Oh yeah, boy, yeah, you're right.
Leicester
You're
and
right.
Chelsea.
So Leicester and
Yeah.
Chelsea. So that means again, one team will be out, the big team. All right. So Leicester and Chelsea, one of them will be eliminated. Newcastle against Man City. Again at this moment, Newcastle might again rock up a storm, especially they are playing at home. For us, playing at Bramall Lane against Sheffield.
Yeah, I think yeah, you should be focusing on that first, right? You should be focusing on that first rather than the next round.
Yusuf, come on, Yusuf. Be the counselor for me.
I think we're already in the quarters, right?
Yeah.
I think Arteta would want to win this.
Okay.
As for him, he wants to win this for himself. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I think that's the only thing that we can play for right now.
Yeah. True. So
As much as we
again,
know that it's not going to change if we end up winning this.
win for us.
But I think Arteta will feel in a strong lineup for this because we're out of Europa. So we're not going to get top 4.
We are not in the Premier League as well.
So I think he'll focus everything. He'll put everything in this basket, in this cup. Yeah.
So I again,
So
you are insinuating towards a win, I guess, if I can
Yeah.
infer. All right.
Yeah.
So, Alex
Because
also mentioned,
it's a knockout cup, so I think he'll just play his strongest team.
yeah, place everything to the basket, man. Alexander also mentioned Declan Rice is as overhyped as Basmati rice. Alex, you're probably not the biggest fan of Basmati rice, but Basmati rice is really good, man. Especially with
Best, my
favorite.
yeah, fish head curry, yeah, the best, man. Basmati rice for the
Yeah,
win. And then Joel
Quite
had,
nice though.
Joel had to defend his flag. Basmati rice is quite nice though. I didn't know, man. I didn't know that right now this show is actually about cooking and about rice. It's really strange how we took a complete 360, but that's how the viewers are right now for Neptune Studio. Syed Faris also mentioned, again, he's a connoisseur when it comes to rice. He himself can actually just wall up 3 plates of rice in one sitting.
Yeah.
Basmati not overrated lah, bro. And then also Alex again, such an irony that Man United fans mentioned the importance of silverware, but yet they slack off Mourinho and disrespected him. Derek, on to you, man.
Yeah, I mean, they
Your
yeah,
Zlatan.
at that point of time, I think we in terms of our style of football, I don't think everyone likes it. So, but yeah, I think he should have been given more time lah. Maybe he could have like conjure up something. But in terms of the football wise, as you can see with Spurs currently, I still don't really like his football lah.
No.
Even though
So-
even though but I think his style now, I think it's quite difficult for him to, I think, to be back where he was before. I think football also has changed, while he is also stagnated and he never changed his style.
Mm,
Yeah.
great input. Yeah, I agree. But then again, Yusuf, one thing for sure, we used to play attractive football, one-touch football, tiki-taka. Sometimes we don't even know we have scored the goal because we are still passing the ball, even after we have scored the goal. But right now, good quality football, but zero achievement. Would you take that, Yusuf? Because our football is really dire, man. It's really, really boring. It's like me watching, ping pong, Baby Shark again and again and again. I remember every line. I remember every scene because my daughter opens up Baby Shark every day, every single second. What do you think, man, Yusuf?
Well, I don't want to be a like historian, but I really miss the days when we were playing Wenger ball, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful football. You definitely score goals. And there will be goals against us, of course, but everyone loves to watch Arsenal play back then.
Yep.
True.
Even if it's last few years in Arsenal, we still have that attacking, attractive football,
Mhm.
which attracts players to come to Arsenal as well. And we don't have that. When Unai took over, we lost that. We didn't have any attacking football as well.
Mhm.
We lost it. I think Arteta's trying to play that as well, but he doesn't have the players to do that.
Mhm.
So I think because he's pretty much attacking under Pep and under Wenger as well, so he would definitely be playing have the same mindset of football as well. But I think at the moment, I really miss those days, man. So it's really quite sad because it's quite boring as well to watch Arsenal. Really, really. It's like really watching the 1-0 to Arsenal back then. It's
Yeah.
really slow, yeah.
But at least for sure, back then 1-0 to the Arsenal, that means 3 points for us. But
And
right now,
definitely when you get a goal, we can keep that lead. Yeah.
definitely. That's why. And again, just to spice up things again, Alex, he mentioned that choose one. Mourinho boring football or current Arsenal football. Man, I think it's said that the Arsenal football is way below the Mourinho's football. Man.
Yep.
And Joel actually mentioned that's tough to choose. And Joel actually also gave a punchline of his own. He rather choose Basmati rice. Guys, if this continues, all right, next week is no longer big focus. Now, this time I will invite one chef. We're going to do a cook-off. All right. You give Jose Mourinho an open check. Will be silverware. Yeah. But the thing is, right now, we as fans, especially I'm speaking from a personal standpoint, I don't care how much money the club will spend. I don't care how much money will be spent in the future or whatever money I spent in the past. I don't give a second hoot about it. What I want is the team to win. Because if they save 10 million, hooray! Big news for us. It does not make me any richer. But as a fan, as a paying fan, we pay for our cable. I want them to win, man. And we, the dedication that we show as fans, right? We wake up during these ungodly hours to actually watch them. The heartache that we get from watching them, it affects our mental welfare. It affects our family. Some of us even consider running away from home, leaving our family behind. That is Arsenal's fault. They should actually sort that out. And I don't care how much money they save. I don't care how much money they are going to make. They have to sort things out. All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Oh, this is my opinion lah. Arsenal shouldn't leave Highbury. No.
It is, yeah.
I totally agree, man. We left our soul, and Wenger actually, you also remember, he actually one of his recent interview, he mentioned that we left our soul back at Highbury, and again, he was the guy who also actually planned that whole move to Emirates. Last one before I actually close for today. Again, really, really, it's exciting episode for today. Biryani focus next week, yes, and definitely if I have that, you must be on the show as well. That small compact pitch was the reason why Arsenal was unbeaten. Again, it was more than that. We had the players to actually carry us through as well. You give he will and on that note, you give Jose Mourinho an open checkbook
You give us
with
3 USD.
and that actually sums up our stay right now. So for those of you who are actually checking live, thank you so much, man. This has been really interesting 90 minutes. Do check us again next week. Again on Wednesday, same time. It will be 90 minutes as well. Of course, let's see the guest that we have right now. But then again, next week it will be just slightly longer because we will announce the winner. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, please head over to our Instagram. All right, Natural Studio, of course. There is a video that is actually circulating around. Again, to show our current sponsor jersey, top notch. Any kind of jerseys, you're talking about the current ones, you're talking about national jerseys, even the retro ones. You can actually just participate. Just tag 3 of your friends, share our video. All right, like, that's about it, and follow us as well. And this is actually their Instagram, the All Kid Shop. All right, again, it's very important that you have the underscore call, rather the underscore signage right at the very end. So do check them out. And for those of you guys again who have actually watched us through the whole 90 minutes, big thank you so much. We see you again next Wednesday, probably with the same guest. If not, I'll probably get someone new again. But this is from me, Yusuf, and Derek signing out. Snapshot Studio. Come on, you gunners!
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.